This time on Fashion Guide, we are getting ready for the main fashion events. When is Kazakhstan Fashion Week going to be? New collection by designer Mikhail Kravets. It's all about feminine beauty and spring. His Majesty Couturier, the survey retrospective exhibit dedicated to famous Alexander McQueen in London. Never again, Gisele Bundchen finishes her runway career. And Domenico, Dolce, and Stefano Gabanna are in the center of a new scandal. The season for autumn. Winter Kazakhstan Fashion Week is here. Almaty will be the host of the event for 3 days starting from April 15th. And Astana will have Fashion Week on April 25th and 26th. There are going to be more than 30 designers from Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Italy, Poland, Russia, and Uzbekistan. The interesting fact is also that one day of the project will be dedicated to debutantes. And the open way finalists will be among them too. And there's more. Organizers are planning to arrange mono fashion shows for the first time. Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Almaty is going to start on April 23rd and last for 3 days. Spectators will get an opportunity to see mono fashion shows by famous domestic designers and traditionally collaborated debutantes shows of a small runway. Feminine and elegant. For the past seasons, when oversized and unisex were some kind of mainstream, these words became a rare occasion. Despite this, Kazakhstan designer Mikhail Kravets definitely was all over romantic and sophisticated. The designer presented his new collection under the label Kravets Couture. Refined silhouettes, luxury evening dresses, and long-lapse tender handwork. The author stays true to himself. I was criticized a lot. They said, "Why aren't you doing street-style fashion? You're not doing this, you're not doing that." I'm just being true to myself. I love beauty and elegance no matter what. This is what Kravets Couture is. In the spring, summer collection colors are the main accent. Images are made in red, black, yellow, white, and green tones. It's interesting how designers manage not only effectively combine colors but also to add some androgynous motifs in his collection. Silk, taffeta, jacquard, cotton. There are female shirts made by male cut, also jacket like these too. Actually, this collection, combined many directions. But I've tried for every client to find something interesting. The main theme and inspiration for the collection are poppies, as a symbol of spring. These juicy images are on almost every model: skirts, blouses, dresses, and costumes. This was the first time for Mikhail to use hand technique to apply prints. Another feature of this collection is that Kravets dedicated it to his mother. She was the one who helped him choose his profession. When I was pregnant, I sewed a lot. Then when he was little, I sewed too. And he looked at me and said, he wants to do it. So that's how it happened. Mikhail Kravets confessed that the sketches for these 24 images he drew literally under 4 hours. And it took him 2 months to bring this idea to life. And of course, the results made his fans happy. This show, of course, struck me with colors. This amazing palette, poppies on the black background, looked amazing. I'll definitely buy at least 10 looks from this collection. Mikhail Kravets was a participant of Kazakhstan Fashion Week, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Almaty, Fashion Weeks in Moscow and Kiev, but now he decided to refuse them. But he promised to present his new collection in his own shows. But he already announced the trend for his next work. He is planning to work with black color. Let's move to the world news. There's a massive retrospect exhibit dedicated to famous Alexander McQueen and his works. The unique exposition is a result of a collaborated work of the London Victoria and Albert Museum and New York Metropolitan Museum. There are more than 240 looks and accessories, including rare items from the first designer's collection.
He had this vision for fashion. He pushed fashion's boundaries. He wasn't curtailed in any way, and he used the catwalk as his stage. but at the same time he had a fantastic obsessive attention to detail. So, you know, the smallest thing, if you look at some of his pieces, you can see behind here on the plinths, the perfection of the making, the care with which he had his embroideries embellished the gowns, and the care with which he cut many of the pieces himself. So he was a perfectionist, but he also had a big vision as well.
McQueen, no doubt, was a true romantic. However, as critics say, this feature of his sometimes got even frightening form in his collections. Romantic goth, romantic nationalism, exotism, and naturalism. These are all the titles for the exhibit halls, and the decoration and luxe, they are rivals the exponents themselves. Early and dark McQueen's creations, leather, metal, black color, and crocodile heads as decoration, are presented in the same entourage. The walls in the hall are made from old mirrors with gold frames. Other one looks exactly like Crypt. Later, McQueen's creations got more cheerful. Instead of leather and metal, he used Scottish cells in bright colors, pastels, toned Japanese fabrics, soft kimono lines, and finally, flower collection.
He revived the notion of tailoring. Tailoring was absolutely central to every single collection, and he had a great respect for tailoring. He was an extremely good cutter, fast and good and accurate. And so I think tailoring has become embedded right back in that solid British tradition.
One of the main items of the exhibit is a white trapeze dress from the number 13 collection 1999. Shalom Harlow was wearing this dress while somebody splashed her with paint. As a couturier, wanted to say that fashion is turning into a robot with no soul. The exhibit has already interested celebrities: David and Victoria Beckham, Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss, Colin Firth, Salma Hayek, and a journalist and high fashion critic, Susie McKeens. Another fashion story that is definitely worth being admired. Gisele Bundchen is the highest paid model for the last 8 years, but despite of that, she has decided to finish her career. As the tabloids say, the 34-year-old model leaves the runway to be with her family. She's married to an American football player, Tom Brady. They have 2 children. Forbes says that she earned almost $47 million last year. Among her contracts is a collaboration with fashion house Chanel, designer Carolina Herrera, and H&M boutiques. Bundchen is also known as Victoria's Secret's Angel. She presented this lingerie of 7 years. Her participation on Fashion Week in Sao Paulo is probably her last appearance on a runway. Another it girl is the owner of the most beautiful body in the modeling business. Top model Karlie Kloss starred in a new chic band video. While filming, Karlie listens to music and then starts dancing. Singer and founder of the band Nile Rodgers is concentrating on his producing ability, and the song I'll Be There is the first track as a result of a collaborative work with Chic and Nile. For the past 23 years, it's not surprising that Rodgers wanted a huge comeback, so he made Karlie, who's not only a model but also a dancer, a main star of the music video. The whole video is a story about how Karlie can have fun. It's interesting whether Nile is afraid will Karlie pull the blanket? It seems to us this video will be watched anyway. Doesn't matter what song will be played on the background. Italian duo Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabanna in the center of a new scandal. The founders of D&G brand made against surrogate maternity, IVF adoption by homosexual couples, and other scientific progress stuff. This got a massive reaction from Hollywood stars. Elton John urged to boycott the Italian brand. Madonna was more loyal but didn't support the brand. The singer posted a photo on her Instagram page where she poses as the face of the advertising campaign 2010 and 2011 for D&G. On the photo, she poses with a baby in her hands, and the caption reads, "Every baby has a soul when he is born. There's nothing synthetic in a soul. So how can we refuse from IVF and surrogate maternity? Think before you speak," the singer wrote. That's all for today. Stay tuned with Fashion Guide Kazakh TV channel and always be in trend. See you next time.